Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of Year 2, Season 2 of Moving Panels. This is just going to be a quick one-shot, just for me to take a minute and thank you. Thank you all for listening, for staying with me, for being a part of this crazy experience and joy that I have had doing this podcast. When I started it a year ago, I just wanted something to do, was really all it was. And when my friend Tim started his podcast, it got me the idea of, I can do this. I talk about movies a lot. I talk about comic books a lot. I talk about comic book movies a lot. So let me just do a comic book movie podcast. It's been great. I've gotten to just really spend more time with friends, which was a big benefit of this. My friend Chad, who we've known each other for 20 years. We live clear across the United States from each other. And this was a great way for us to stay in contact. And I think we've actually, even outside of recording the podcast, we've talked more. My friend Blake, who, again, doesn't live in the same state as me, we've gotten to talk more than we have in the past. I've gotten to keep in touch with my friend Reese, who was a work friend, and then both of us changed jobs and went work at different places. So it kept us in touch. And then just other friends of mine, getting to talk with James and David and Justin and Deanna, being able to do these episodes with my wife Bethany, and then that one I did with Ruby. And I'm definitely going to do more with that because it's stuff that I get to enjoy doing and memories that I get to create. And I look forward to doing this some more. Again, I don't do this for money. I don't have the sponsors that bring in the money. I get a little bit from Anchor, who helps distribute it, but that's about it. I really do this just because I enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy listening to it, and I appreciate it all. Let me just quickly get into, so Season 2, I'm already starting to plan out. Year 2, whatever you want to call it, I'm starting to plan out. We're going to kick it off next week with Bethany and I doing the movie Brenda Starr, that starred Brooke Shields and Timothy Dalton, came out in the late 80s, early 90s, depending on what you look at. That's a fun one, and it's going to be a fun episode to listen to. I'm also looking at, again, bringing Ruby back in, maybe even just for a one-shot to talk about some of the stuff she's interested in with the comic book. She was reading a book about the women of DC, and so I'm going to see maybe if she'll share some of that she's found out about in that book. I got other great ones coming up. We're doing some, again, out of the Marvel and DC realm. We're doing some of those. We're going to hit some more TV shows. We're going to try to change up the format a little bit more on the TV shows when we do those. And I'm excited about what's to come. I'll probably even do some stuff by myself, kind of some comic reviews, maybe talk about things that I am currently reading. I just read a couple of comics that were very good, and I'm just thinking, hey, I might want to talk about these and share them because they're probably not going to get made into movies, so this may be my only chance to do it. But again, this is all this is going to be. I thank you guys so much for being listeners, for supporting me and this crazy little dream that I had of having my own podcast. I've always thought that maybe I could do something on the radio. When I was a kid, me and my cousin used to record ourselves as if we were like on a radio show, and I've always enjoyed it. I've always thought I had a good voice for it, but it was never something that I pursued. And so the fact that we're now in this day and age where everyone can kind of do this and everyone can distribute out their own stuff personally, I'm excited that I'm now out there, and I thank every single one of you. We've got the Facebook group. Please join the Facebook group if you're not already on there. It's just Moving Panels Podcast. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. I'm not great at posting, but I'm trying to get better, and I know more interaction will definitely encourage me to do more. TikTok amazed me when I started that. Those of you who listen to the show know that I'm a high school teacher, and it was actually my students that said, you should do TikTok, help promote your show. And I wasn't really comfortable with TikTok as much as, here I am on this podcast with my voice and all that. I don't actually like recordings of myself. I definitely don't like pictures of myself. So putting myself out there on TikTok was something I was really uncertain about. And so my first few TikTok videos were actually, I wasn't in them. They were little clips and little videos. Then when I finally decided to get into them, all of a sudden they got views. I mean, I was hitting in the thousands and the tens thousands, 20,000 views, and I was really impressed. And I really hope that I have brought some people onto this show through that, and I hope to continue that. Please interact with me. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to hear. Let me know what things you'd like us to talk about. We're always looking for ideas. I mean, me and my guest host always are brainstorming, hey, what could we do next? What could we do next? And hey, you want to be a guest host? Get in touch with me. We can see what we can do and work things out. But it's been a great experience. I've enjoyed every moment of it and enjoyed and just appreciated the support that I've had from friends and family. And I thank you, all the listeners. Stay tuned. We've got some great stuff coming up. I'm going to try to think of some more like theme months, but obviously we got the holidays coming up. We'll do another Halloween episode. We'll do another Christmas episode. Bethany and I will come back around Valentine's Day to hit another date night movie. And then I've got another series kind of planned in March. We did the Justice League this past March. I got another one planned for this March. And I'm just excited to see what's to come and just to continue this going. This has really been a passion project for me. And I thank you all for listening. So I'm just going to leave it there. Thank you so much. Enjoy your Labor Day and your time with family and friends. And for Moving Panels, I'm Laramy Wells, and I'll see you on the other side of the page.
Hello movie viewers and fellow movie lovers. My name is Tim Williams and I'm the creator and host of Movie Views Presents the 80s Flick Flashback Podcast. See, I love the 80s and I have a great appreciation and nostalgic passion for the classic 80s flicks that birthed my love for movies and ultimately helped shape my childhood. On each episode, I'll discuss, with a special guest co-host of course, a different film from the 1980s. We'll share memories, favorite characters, iconic scenes, and even share some behind-the-scenes stories along the way. We'll discuss famous blockbusters like Raiders of the Lost Ark, Coming to America, Ghostbusters, Dirty Dancing, Top Gun, Die Hard, and many, many more. As well as some other cult classics and even lesser-known flicks we discovered on cable TV or the now-defunct video rental stores. Remember those? No matter what 80s flick we choose to talk about, we'll always have a good time, so come and check us out. You can find the 80s Flick Flashback Podcast on major podcasting platforms like Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and more. Be sure to subscribe or follow so you don't miss a single episode. Once again, I'm Tim Williams, and I hope you'll join me for the next 80s Flick Flashback.
I'm the host of the podcast This Morning Show. Every week, me and one of my two co-hosts, either my mom or my brother, will discuss a movie, new or old. Most of our movies are from Disney Plus and HBO Max and go from a wide variety of different movies. We do movies such as Toy Story and Home Alone, and we also do continuing series as The Mandalorian and Star Trek Discovery.